European Union and Britain seal post-Brexit trade deal. Oil urges higher after Brexit deal. CBN debits 23 banks for breach of cash reserve ratio. And on this Christmas edition of the program, we shall be viewing reports from across the country on Christmas shopping and how businesses are faring in the season. The program, of course, is Business Express, reaching you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. I am Benny Adams, your guide. It is a Merry Christmas, and we begin with the news that Britain and the European Union struck the much-anticipated trade deal Christmas Eve after 10 months of the intense negotiation allowed them to soften the economic shock of Brexit. At a Downing Street news conference, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson said, and I quote, "We have taken back control of our laws and our destiny." End of quote. Although the detail of the agreement is yet to be released, the Prime Minister claimed it was a good deal for the whole of Europe. The UK is set to exit EU trading rules on Thursday, a year after officially leaving the 27-nation bloc. When the UK leaves the EU single market at the new year, it will now not face tariffs on cross-channel commerce, despite breaking off half of a century of close partnership.
Beating COVID is our #1 national priority, and I wanted to end any extra uncertainty and to give this country the best possible chance of bouncing back strongly next year. And so I'm very pleased to tell you this afternoon that we have completed the biggest trade deal yet, worth £660 billion a year, a comprehensive Canada-style free trade deal between the UK and the EU, a deal that will protect jobs across this country, a deal that will allow goods, UK goods and components to be sold without tariffs and without quotas in the EU market, a deal which will, if anything, allow our companies and our exporters to do even more business with our.
The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has withdrawn the licenses of 7 payment service providers in the country. The CBN made the proclamation on Thursday in a report titled Revocation of Operating Licenses of Some Payment Service Providers. According to the Apex Bank, the affected firms comprise E-Revenue Gateway Limited, Easy Fuel Limited, Etolium Network Limited, Transaction Processing System, Paymasters Limited, Grand Tours Limited, and Global Shore Limited. The CBN says the companies failed to undertake the kind of business for which their licenses were issued for the 6 straight months. In a related development, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has debited the accounts of 23 deposit money banks with 349.72 billion naira over cash reserve ratio breaches. The debits are the letters in the regulator's CRL debits meant to get the banks to lend to real sector operators. The debits are also part of the Apex Bank's move to mop up liquidity as inflation uptick persist. The CRL debit for last month stood at 226 billion naira by the CRL policy. Banks have a mandate to keep 27.5% of deposits with the CBN. It said Nigeria's banks would face rising borrowing costs as the CBN's measures to support naira squeeze lenders who are already hit by COVID-19 pandemic and oil prices shocks. Aba, the commercial nerve center of Abia State, is without its usual bubble associated with the season. Traders advance harsh economic condition as the major factor responsible for the dull business environment. Nneka Onu takes it from here.
Aba is known for high volume of trade at this time of the year, as it houses the second biggest market in West Africa, the Araria International Market, where locally made goods enjoy patronage from neighboring countries and beyond. The situation is different this year, as some people tend to suggest that long closure of the Nigeria's borders, the impact of COVID-19 and insecurity may have all added to create the negative impact.
Last year, I know that there's a good business last year, but this year, my dear, is something else.
You may come to market today, tomorrow, if you come again, things will put money, more than you expected.
This pandemic, that is what holds some business not in order.
Few people come, and the price they're buying is no longer the same, because the goods are high.
Another factor is the low value of the naira, which has made the cost of imported inputs into local productions high, and consequently making the cost of delivery beyond the reach of many.
People cannot even afford to get some things for them. See, because of the dollar exchange and the heavy duty import, duty they impose on the goods imported from outside.
We move to Kano, where buyers decry exorbitant prices of commodities during Christmas celebrations. Awal Salisu, who visited some markets in Kano metropolis, reports that despite the hike in prices, people are trooping to make last-minute purchases.
Kano, being the commercial hub of northern Nigeria, is a state that attracts people from different ethnic and religious backgrounds. As the Christmas celebration is around the corner, Christians living in Kano and neighboring states are making their last-minute preparations. A visit to Abubakarimi market revealed large turnout of buyers. Gina Daniel, who says she's celebrating her Christmas in Kano, is at the market to buy clothing for her children. But however, the cry of the exorbitant price as against few months ago.
Many people don't have money to buy red meat. The one we have to manage to buy okra for our children to make sure we survive the Christmas.
For Edward Chima, celebrating the Christmas without a goat meat is like going to the farm without a hoe. This is why he visited the popular Awaki market to make a last-minute purchase.
In the ones that we are buying in rate of 15,000 naira, now we are now buying them 18 to 19. Then the one that we are buying that 19 to 18 formally is now 20, 21,000 based on goods.
Anything you touch right now, as in the price is as in times 3 of what you've been buying before. That is what the price is now.
Sellers, however, said the patronage is not encouraging.
Southeast, southwest, they are coming to buy also, but they are not coming in that large form that we do see, unlike other years.
See, the market is dry, no people there. So I saw government will pay the salaries, then the money will go into around the state, then they will come inshallah to buy them.
The hope of Gina, who is now buying second-hand clothing for her children, is to buy new ones next year. In Kano, Awal Salisu.
Christmas celebration usually comes with increase in activities resulting from increase in demand for services and commodities associated with the celebration. Yagumsu Bukar in Maiduguri reports that while business owners are preoccupied, buyers complain of hike in prices.
Christmas celebration is at its peak in Maiduguri metropolis, with various concerned businesses booming during this period. Thriving businesses include perishables, hairdressing, chicken selling and dressing, tailoring, gift shops, among others. The business owners, however, decried low patronage of business compared to this time last year.
Unlike other years, sales are quite poor. The rate of patronage is not as high as the other years since I started this business.
We have economic challenges during those COVID-19 issues and the lockdown. Those periods really bring some people down.
Buyers at the Maiduguri Monday market complained that they face inflation of services and commodities during the Yuletide and find it difficult to purchase the quantity of items required for the festivity.
Well, we are many in the family. If not, would have bought more than that.
Others are of the opinion that the prices of goods are still the same and called on customers to patronize them to make ends meet. In Maiduguri, Yagum Subukar.
Well, we'll take a short break now. When we return, more reports on businesses in the Yuletide from across the country. Christmas season usually ignites a boom in business activities globally. With increased consumer needs, most markets experience a surge in patronage. The second wave of COVID-19 has, however, affected market activities. Ifoma Okafor visited some markets in the metropolis to ascertain the level of business activities this festive season. The report.
New Benin Market is the most popular market in Benin. The market is usually a hub, especially during festive periods like Christmas. But no thanks to coronavirus pandemic, which has retarded the economy of the world. The usual hustle and bustle which characterize the market is absent. Though the market looks busy, patronage is low as few buyers are spotted. The scenario also played out in other markets in the metropolis. Some business owners at the urban markets lament low patronage in spite of stocked stalls in anticipation of the usual surge in sales at this period.
Because of this COVID-19, things are very high now. They have inflated the price.
Because this is very expensive in this market. Over pad, someone will buy pad is 500, just this pad. What are clothes? This clothes are selling now is 6,000 naira.
Before how much?
Before it's 3,500. Tomatoes, onions is the over worst yes. Onions, you see 400 naira in onions. Now, in this.
Ideas is when the cowboy eat me, I never said they don't buy anything. No market for everybody. See this bunch of fish we are go buy now. Each one 224, and then they got the price for me for 2,000. It go good, it not good.
For this hour, me they buy goods, keep it go move everything. Go they move fala. We go they sell to eat and live for ourselves. But now, since we are the market, I never sell copper because of costly things. Please make government consider for we.
Meanwhile, staple food like rice has experienced a reduction in price as demand has also slumped. For example, 50 kg of local rice, which earlier sold at 27,000 naira, is now 25,000 naira. 25 kg sold at 14,000 naira before Christmas season is now 13,000 naira. Vegetables like tomatoes, carrots, cabbage have relatively reduced in price.
This is very cost for this market. Too much. Both food stuff, clothes, many things. It's too much. We don't have money. We are managing. So government should try and make things so easy for us.
The citizens are optimistic that beyond the festivities, the agricultural policies adopted by the present administration will help boost food security in Nigeria. In Benin, Ifoma Okafor.
Christmas is a holiday season where most people often engage in merrymaking, holiday trips, and relaxing from the stress experienced in the year. While most people see this as an opportunity to rest and bond with their families, others see this period as a time to make money from bricks businesses. But this is business as usual for traders at this time of the year.
Those entrepreneurs are often thinking of creative ways they can make money during the Yuletide. For them, there are lots of things people love to buy during this period, such as unique gift items, Christmas cards, toys, and clothes.
Despite the economic challenges, people are trying, they are shopping, and they are doing the needful for the season.
From my experience and what I observe around, a lot of people, if not all, have learned to adjust to the situation they find themselves. Though I may not speak for the entire household, but many children are not mounting pressures on their parents, considering what is on ground now.
Other years have been, in fact, it has been Christmas. But this time around, today is 24th and there is no sound of Christmas anywhere in the state. I still wonder if actually we are celebrating Christmas tomorrow.
This season is usually characterized with lots of movement of people and goods in a bid to meet up appointments, not devoid of celebrations. Others make visits to exotic destinations, therefore creating business opportunities for transport operators. For most people, celebrating Christmas is incomplete without what they term the Christmas tradition. But what is this Christmas tradition?
The Carnival Festival has been cancelled, so because I know that a lot of fun seekers would want to step out, to have fun, with family and all of that. So this also serves as, such an awareness. A tourism destination in Nigeria, we should have an arts and crafts village, which is what we have here.
And what you see here in the calabash is a pami, because where we come from, we value pami. That's what we made our poor parents using. It prolongs life, and that is what they brought us up with. When we grow up, we met our parents. Most time when they come back from farm like this, you see them gather the same way we are sitting, and they will be enjoying it.
For our children, and shoes and bags, beaded shoes, good designs for our women, for their wedding, for their dress code, for cultural events, and other events that you could wish to dress culturally.
As festivities heighten, though low-key due to extensively to the COVID-19 pandemic, business concerns look forward to a better and brighter 2021 in Calabar. Achibombasi.
The stock market is closed this Friday in observance of the Christmas holiday. However, a review of trading yesterday, Thursday, 27 December, shows that market capitalization of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, which is the total value of all listed equities, hit a historic peak of 20.281 trillion naira as investors increase demand for stocks for reposition for year-end seasonal trends and a much expected economic recovery in 2021. This is the highest the market recorded since 2008 when it peaked at 12.3 trillion naira before the meltdown. That meltdown brought the market value to about 6 trillion naira before it started recovery in later years. However, the listing of Dangote Cement PLC in 2010 significantly lifted the market. The listing of MTN Nigeria PLC, Airtel Africa PLC last year, and Boa Cement PLC early this year added more boost to capitalization of the exchange, which set the pace for yesterday's historic peak. The market, which gained 1.334 trillion last week, consolidated on the positive performance this week by gaining 1.048 trillion naira in 3 days to close yesterday at 20.281 trillion naira. The market capitalization grew from 19.236 trillion naira to 20.281 trillion in 3 days, while the NSE All Share Index appreciated from 36,804.75 to 38,803.74. Oil prices inched higher on Thursday, helped by late-day buying and a low-volume session to close out the week. The markets built gains overnight as Britain and the European Union reached a post-Brexit trade deal, reversed those gains, and then rebounded during the U.S. session to end modestly higher. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude settled up 11 cents to 48.23 a barrel, while Brent crude futures settled 9 cents higher at $51. Volumes were also light on the last trading day before Christmas holiday. South America soybeans continues to rally as an Argentine labor strike slowed exports. Wheat and corn followed soybeans rally. Let's see prices on the global commodities market. Well, that was the currency market, and we also told you that the European Union and Britain finally signed Brexit as announced by Prime Minister Boris Johnson on Christmas Eve.
Beating COVID is our #1 national priority, and I wanted to end any extra uncertainty and to give this country the best possible chance of bouncing back strongly next year. And so I'm very pleased to tell you this afternoon that we have completed the biggest trade deal yet, worth £660 billion a year, a comprehensive Canada-style free trade deal between the UK and the EU, a deal that will protect jobs across this country, a deal that will allow goods, UK goods and components to be sold without tariffs and without quotas in the EU market, a deal which will, if anything, allow our companies and our exporters to do even more business with us.
And with that, we end this edition of Business Express, the last for the week. Be informed that this and all previous episodes are available on YouTube on NTA's channel. You can also communicate with us on Twitter. The handle is NTA News Now, and the hashtag is BizX. Join us again next week. Until then, do have a very Merry Christmas. I am Benny Adams, also saying stay safe.